Hello and welcome back to TEW 2016, The Branding Solution, and we are here on Smackdown Live, the women's brand, and we have some big matches coming up on tonight's show, but we're going to start with the pre-show, and the women's brand is slightly different to the men's at the moment on the pre-show, because I didn't get any rookie women come through. I just signed a lot of the young women on the game, so they're going to be used to put over my main talent to see if there is any secretly great ones waiting for us. And we have our team of SAS picking up a tag team win, much needed for them. We then gave Nikki Bella a win over Amy Lee Kramer. Main reason, I need Nikki to be a bit more motivated for her new rivalry that is coming up, which won't be starting for a couple more weeks still. We then gave Technically Flawless another victory, and you can see Ruby Wright has continued to improve. I'm a bit confused because I could have sworn that Jamie Jameson was pregnant, but never seemed to get a baby. I'm not sure. It happened about 6 months ago, so oh well. Never mind. We then have Kaylee Ray picking up a win over Casey Owens, one of the newer talents added to the NXT. And Ludaka and Nana picking up a tag team victory. As you can see, everyone pretty much the same in ring. Mary Dobson got injured. Putting injuries a bit higher on the game because I know I curse and swear when we get one little injury, but I thought if I have a few injuries, it's going to force me into making some changes, and I want to see how I can think quickly to create new storylines. So I'll put them up a bit higher. Yeah, I'm not sure how bad that is. We'll have to look later. We gave Lou a victory, again, much needed. We want to start using her a bit better. And then the Psycho Ward, they needed to get a win because they haven't had many matches recently. But I like to keep everyone on good momentum. And I believe this is the final match. Alexa Bliss picked up the victory over Kaylee Skater. Yeah. So what we're doing is, we know we started this Queen of the Ring tournament. We're going to have the first match in the main event tonight, starring Sasha Banks. We'll learn who that is in the next segment. But the new rule is I am not calling up anybody new until these King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring are deep into the tournament. I want at minimum the first round's all done. I would like to have them nearly complete. Probably not going to look to call anyone up until past SummerSlam next. There is only one new signing that will be on Shockwave, and they will be debuting within the next couple of weeks, and they have been put into the King of the Ring tournament for Shockwave. Otherwise, nobody's coming in new and walking into these tournaments at all. Simple as that. And the women's one is the most, it's very interesting because if you saw the full bracket, you would be quite comfortable to bet on who will make the final 8. So one of them is so stacked in the first 2 rounds. As you'll see from the main event tonight, you won't believe who the winner of that could face in the next round either. So there's the warnings for that. And we're going to start the show now. We start the show with Sasha Banks coming out and saying, calling out Edge, saying, why have I got to face Becky and Paige next week? You said there would be one winner. I can beat one person. I don't like these odds. Typical heel sort of promo here. And Becky and Paige just sort of say, well, we can both become women's champion if you tap like those two did. But, you know, we want to just fight. And we want to win the gold that you have. The overall change in this decision was the fact that Becky and Sasha don't have chemistry somehow. So I had to go with someone different. I had to go for the triple threat. Edge comes out and says, ladies, you're fighting at Extreme Rules. Fine. But remember, Sasha, you have your Queen of the Ring first round match tonight, and your opponent is the returning Bailey. Bailey got written off, if you quote unquote, TV after being annihilated. Payback by Nia Jax, but she's back and ready to compete, and she will face Sasha Banks in the main event of the first round of the Queen of the Ring tournament. I didn't put any other matches on here from the Queen of the Ring because I want this to be the highlight first round match. We then give the Heartbreak Express a victory over Ashley Lane and Eva Marie. This was designed because they are facing the other half of Bad, or Dangerously Beautiful, but Cheryl accidentally hit Ashley Lane, causing the distraction and Candice LeRae to pick up the victory. And I'm quite happy with that, really. Eva Marie even improved. Evie sits down with Edge, talking about what happened last week, why she got attacked by Summer Rae, and that she's challenging Summer Rae to a match at Extreme Rules. And Edge sort of grants this, and there's a little bit of interview, so we get to know Evie a little bit better. But this is going to be a big single pay-per-view debut against Summer Rae. And just to show what she's capable of, we give her a victory over Valeris. It's not going to be a great match. This is just the push Evie storyline, so we'll see where we go with it. We then continue our little Lioness storyline when Natalya is out with her group. We only have 8 people, so you have to remember the other 2 are there, but they're the 3 most over. And Gail Kim comes out with her group. We use those 3, Aaliyah, Dana, and Kaylee Ray. And what they're saying is, at Extreme Rules, we're going to have a 5-on-5 match. Natalya, you pick your 4, and Gail, she'll pick her 4. And we're going to have a big match to see who's got the best set of Lionesses. The main ones are going to be Nana, Nadaka, and Tessa, definitely. And I went with Erin Knight on Natalia's team. Gail Kim's got those 3, and I gave it to Shikha, the one I can't pronounce. Really annoying, I'm going to have to change her name. But we jump into this tag team challenge match where Carmella told Leva Bates to pick a partner, and Leva Bates picked Naomi, and Carmella brought back her monster in Nia Jax. And Leva Bates defeated Carmella in this match. I want to keep Nia Jax away from the pinfall, but I don't want her to get the win. I still want her working with Bailey in the long run. But a solid match, and this means Leva Bates gets her rematch against Carmella for debut title and Extreme Rules. Amber Moose cutting on leaps and bounds, isn't she? She cuts a promo hurting herself, causing anyone up for an open challenge. She wants to get to the next level. She wants someone who is better than her to come out and face her. But Stacey Frazier's the one that answers the challenge, and Ember Moon quickly dispatches of her. But then Charlotte comes out, standing on the ramp, not in the ring, and says, "That's good work, young Ember. But you have to remember, if you want to be the best, you're going to have to face me one day. And I want to give you that opportunity at Extreme Rules. Charlotte Flair versus Ember Moon." So, yeah, we've gone pull the trigger on this one to start now. I want to give Ember Moon a really big opponent, and Charlotte is the best choice. She's probably the second best heel on this roster, behind Sasha. Nikki and Alexa just don't seem to get any more popular. It's really starting to get annoying. But I'm happy with where this is going. That match has been set up. And to continue hoping to push Nikki across, she dominates local talents, and I'm actually only using local talents over NXT talents in subsequent 2. Nikki Bella walks into Edge's office and asks, "Well, Queen of the Ring, I want to know who I'm facing." And Edge turns around and says, "Well, you look behind you, that's your opponent. Next week, Paige. So we're going to have Nikki versus Paige. It's going to have to be a TV match because I think we'll get the warning it's been used too often. But that's another huge first round match, considering this was completely randomised off a list of 65 women. I get Sasha versus Bayley and Nikki versus Paige. And I only really have 10 main events. So, yeah, that's good. To move on to the little new Midnight storyline. Christina Von Aries picked up a victory over Peyton Royce for a past roll-up. Yeah, I'm trying to push New Midnight really high. They're facing the Forgotten Generation at the next pay-per-view, so we're going to do a couple of one-on-ones, and we always try to prove the point that the Forgotten Generation are actually singularly, as a tag team they are very impressive. Edge then calls in the Intercontinental Champion, Oscar, and Alexa Bliss. And it's like, you know there's 65 people in this tournament, which means there's going to have to be one triple threat match. And sadly, girls, you two are going to also face each other, but you're going to have Takashi in the match too. So that's been set up. Maybe not next week, but the week after. And it also starts the Intercontinental storyline too. I forgot that was actually involved because she and Edge are both in the Young Lioness storyline. So that's another match set up. Yep, there's going to be a few really bad first round matches, which we're going to just start throwing in week by week. But we're just trying to do some of the big ones to lead up to Extreme Rules to start some of these new storylines. We gave Mickie James a victory here over Aaliyah. Not the most fancy story, but we needed it. And before the main event, we look at what's been happening the last few weeks, where Sasha has picked up her WrestleMania victory over Bayley, and then she's gone on, kept her title when she faced Natalya. Now she's going to be facing Becky and Paige. And on the other side of the battle, we saw how Bayley lost the title and seems to have lost all her momentum after only beating Nia Jax by disqualification and not being here last week. She could still be injured. We're not sure, but we're going in, we're seeing everybody building up. And if this is just their WrestleMania match, we're going to get to 90, but I don't think it will be. We got an 80. We knew this was going to be a bit weird. We gave Bayley the victory. She beat Sasha Banks. We had in the match Nia Jax attack Bayley, but Becky then attacked Sasha to equalise it. When Sasha's sort of getting up, the idea is she starts shouting up at Becky Lynch. So what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you here? And she turns around and eats the Bayley to Bayley. And we get the 1, 2, 3. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, the tie wasn't on the line. We tried going all out. That was the problem. I have low heat in these storylines. That one's really high. Fair enough. I'm not worried. It's a nice rating. And afterwards, you just see Sasha shouting and screaming at Becky, having the mic, saying, "You cost me Queen of the Ring. I'm going to cost you your career. You watch your back, Becky. You might not even make it to Extreme Rules." So yeah, Sasha is fuming. She's been top dog since she won the title at SummerSlam. Not lost a title match. So yeah, she's the best of the best in this brand. And now she's out of the Queen of the Ring. But our champion is the first one eliminated. That's a big call, big risk, and I'm happy with it. We'll see what the show got. That's always struggled to get an 80. We got a 78. It's a mix of popularity. We know this is a weaker show, but you look at the fact that in matches, the next biggest person I think I used may have actually been Ember Moon. I really didn't use any of the big big talent. We've got Mickey James, technically a former champ in Peyton Royce, and that tag match, there was no big talent used in this show. I say Becky, Paige, Lex, and Bella, and Charlotte didn't have a match, so that is why we got the lower rate. You've got to push the other talent. It's as simple as that. We're going to head back to the main screen and see what news we have, and see what happened to Mary Dobson. And we are now back on the screen, so let's check some news. Ashley Lane got divorced from Josh Matthews. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see how bad this injury. Physical 26 days. That's not devastating. Forgot which show we were doing here. TNA are getting a 68. James Storm, Trevor Lee, and I'm going to say Jeff Hardy. The world title match in main event. Not the most interesting. Yeah, she hates her already. Great. We see the injuries. They've got the Wolves. Chris Jericho is leaving. I don't think he'll actually sign the contract. And he's injured. I'm going to go that. 4 in 2 years. Yeah, I'm going to just do that because we know that he's injured. He's going off to do some music. Darren Young. How old is Darren Young? Or Fred Thompson? He's 37. He is not very popular since I took the tag titles off them. As you can see, they went way up to like 55, which is quite good for what he's at. They kept the tag titles to I think around October, and they just crashed. He's gone way off the popularity scale. I can never get anything right with him. His skills are not very good, so we could really do a good match in this Vengeance match where it's sort of like Titus O'Neil could actually basically kill him off, but he's not very good. I don't think we need to keep him. He'd be good for jobbing, I guess. But just because I cannot say no to talent at the moment. We'll give him a 1 year, and we'll see if he's jobbing out still by the end of the year. I think that's fair. That's a fair way to put it. Let's see. As you can see, Jericho is going on tour, so I don't know how long he's going. It's not the end of the world. The Bailey rebound going on. Charlotte's rebranding. The Evie storyline. It's weakish, but we'll get there. The women's tag, I'm happy with. That's a nice little triple threat. That's weak as I would like it to be. The debuts title, the Intercontinental, and the Young Lioness. I'm not going to look at the storylines because I think they might give away stuff. As the upcoming matches. As you can see, only Angel Williams is on that. And we haven't knocked anyone off that, which is slightly disappointing. This hasn't really changed, has it? No. Okay. I think that's going to end the show. We'll be back next time with Shockwave. So thank you for watching.